Hi everyone. So this time around we are going up close and personal. So I already have questions generated out of top of my mind. So I'll be answering those questions. I'm going to know more about me. Just fun stuff, goofy stuff, fun stuff. Yeah. So someone's going to read the questions to me, and I'm going to be answering. I hope I don't spill too much. I just hope I don't spill too much. So, question number one, I'm ready.
Mention one childhood memory.
Okay, childhood memory. Yeah, I've had a lot, but I think one. Which one should I? Okay, now there's one funny one. So this day, we cooked, mostly cooked rice and beans, and we used to eat dinner quite early, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. That's when we eat dinner. So we ate. We're supposed to go to church that day. So after eating dinner, my dad was not around. So my mom put his own food in the food flask, set it on the dining table. So I think there was still a little food left. So my immediate younger brother was saying, "Mommy, I want more rice." And then she was like, "No, we are not eating more rice. Let's go to church." So that's how we went to church. And then by the time, then my dad attends another branch of the same church. So when we went to our own branch and we got back home, so apparently our plan was when we get back home, just eat the leftover rice and then just go to bed. By the time she got home, she discovered there was no rice in the pot again. And then she was like, "Did we eat it?" "We did not eat it." And when she finished giving us food and everything, so she went into the room to get dressed. So I think in her mind, maybe we went back to the pot to eat the food. And then we did not eat it. We did not eat it. And she was like, "No, this one, okay." That she's going to ask her dad, but she told myself and my immediate. The last born then was still far younger, so she knows definitely he's not going to be the one eating. So it was either me or my brother. So those who need her start asking for forgiveness.
Wow.
Start asking for forgiveness. So now that your children are very innocent, she did face the wall already. Oh, God forgive me for food that I did not eat. For food I did not eat. And then eventually she did not beat us. We were just waiting for my dad to come. And when the man now came, she now asked him, were you the one that ate the food? He then said yes, it was apparently he finished eating the one that was apportioned to him and then still went back to the pot and finished it. Like, I'm sure my brother too, if he was watching this, he cannot forget. And then we felt very well. I cannot even remember how old we were. Probably 7, 8 or something. But we felt like, I did not eat rice and I'm asking for forgiveness. So, but that's it. Like, that's one memory somehow I can still not forget. Yeah. So, I think.
When was your first YouTube video done?
My first YouTube video. So you see that video that you see, that vlog revamp, that is not my first YouTube video. My first YouTube video was like sometimes in 2016 or 17 thereabout. I think I was trying to apply for a particular stuff. I cannot remember. And then they were like, okay, you need to, or they need like a 1 minute or 2 minutes video. My husband then was my fiancé, was the one that was tutoring me. So I need to, like when I now finally started this series of videos, and I saw that video, I'm like, no, this video cannot mistakenly go out. I was skinny. In my mind, I'm like, what was I doing? I just went to delete that video from my head. That was when I had my first YouTube video, actually.
Okay. What annoys you about people?
What annoys me? Yeah, when you're not being straightforward, like as much as possible, I will not cut corners. But when I feel you're not being straightforward, what is this? And you're saying, did you do this? And you're saying, actually, I'm like, no, this person is not straightforward. I don't want to deal with this person. So it annoys me a lot.
What was your first leadership role?
My first leadership. Hello, I'm the firstborn. I was
Wow.
born a leader, and like I've been leading from. I think it really helped me, like firstborn, and then I had 2 boys immediately. They showed me Pepe. Really, they showed me Pepe. Yeah. So I just had and then my mom was quite confident in like, just leave me with them. You are going to take care. And then I even had cousins that used to come to my house. So I'm like the big sister. There were two boys. So I was the only girl, and I had like four boys. I had to the neighbors, two boys. I remember them too now. They used to come to our house. So they used to have plenty of people. But I was like a big sister.
At the time. Now me was supposed to be president.
Okay. When was your first spa session?
My first spa session, was it total spa session or partial? Yeah, I think I've done so. I did some facial sometimes before getting married. I wanted my face to be like on fire. Yeah, so but after that, it was just recently actually I went for full. Ah, it's not another one. That thing is therapeutic. Yeah.
Okay. What is the most expensive clothing you have bought?
It's expensive clothing. They're still trying, no, we have not gotten there. Understand? So far, it's still my wedding dress.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still my wedding dress, like the price, and then looking at every other thing I bought afterwards. It's just my wedding dress, actually. Yeah.
What is one regret you have?
One regret, it's not buying a car as a single lady. When I should have painted the town red, you know. I'm even wearing red. Yeah, if you and then they'll be telling you, no, don't buy a car. You will not see husband to marry. Things like that. Or they'll be you should be making I should have bought a car. And I had money, I had money. Yeah, I used to feel that way that I should have bought a car. And at least I was working for my money. It was legitimate money, so I should have enjoyed it. Yeah.
What languages can you speak?
Okay. I can speak English language, as you can see. I can speak French. Je suis Madame Permis. J'ai 31. Yeah, I can speak French at least basically. I can speak Yoruba. Yes, I can speak Yoruba girl. So I can speak Yoruba. So I can speak Igbo, very like little things, greetings and stuff like that. So I try.
What informed your career choice?
My career choice, I don't even know. I was just in my head that it's pharmacy I want to study. And I cannot even say, maybe when I was in secondary school, I think there was like my mom had a shop. So I think there was a pharmacy nearby. Maybe that there was a chemist shop anyway. Maybe that's informed me, but somehow I was just resolute that I wanted to study pharmacy, and then people were like, "Oh, you're very brilliant. Study medicine." I'm like, "No, I don't want to study something that is informed by people's decision, and then maybe if I get stuck, I'm not saying, oh, it was so and so that told me to study this. Let me go for what I actually want, and then if I have a challenge, I'm going to face it headlong, and know that this was my decision in the first place." So.
Okay. When was your first time of addressing a large crowd?
Oh, my first time of addressing a large crowd, secondary school. The SS2, SS3, so they made me assembly prefect. God, I was shy. And then the guy that they made, John, his name is John. I cannot remember his surname. Like that was the assistant. He was even far more. He was already like leading songs and worship on the assembly ground, so he was already very very vocal. For me, by the time they made me assembly prefect, I was like, yo. I remember the first day I was stuttering, legit. Yeah, but that was my first experience with time. But it's like then when we now started SS3 lessons in the mornings, I just used the opportunity to avoid avoid the crowd. That's what. But with time, I got used to it. Then I think when I was in internship, I had a talk. I was addressing. Funny enough, we were also secondary school, but that time I was already like I graduated, so I was already. I was more vocal. I think I was talking about drug abuse and stuff like that. So no, I think I was talking about sexual abuse. So I was trying to orientate the youth, boys, girls, and even the teachers about what sexual abuse is all about. that time I was far more confident. Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
So it's being polite to ask the lady how much she is.
Just give us a treat, maybe.
I'm very old though, 31. Very, very old.
I'm sure someone 40 will not agree with you.
Someone for the right, or someone 60, they'll be like, look at this small child. She's calling herself old. Someone they just gave birth to. Yeah, that's
When did you start blogging?
okay. I started vlogging 2010. Funny enough. Yeah. When I was doing this blog revamp and I was looking at my articles from the past, I'm like, wow. Yeah, I started vlogging as far back as 2010. It was just once in a while, once in a while. There were times I was more consistent. There were times I was on a break. But yeah, this is already 20 years. 10 years, right? Wow. That's a lot.
Where were you raised?
Yeah, Lagos girl. Born, bred, raised, everything. Lagos. Primary education, secondary education. Too much tertiary education that took me out of Lagos, and then I said, wow, life can be calmer, you know. Yeah, Lagos girl.
When was your first kiss?
Ah, I don't want wahala. Okay.
First kiss. Why did I write that question? Official or unofficial?
All of the above.
Yeah, I'm a good. After marriage, I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl.
Okay, when was your first job interview?
My first job with them. I always love to work, and after when I have any break, any vacation, I'm always looking for. I want to learn something. I want to work. I'm not a stay in one place kind of person. So I think it was. I cannot even remember now, but I think it was sometimes maybe before I even gained admission, or shortly after I gained admission, maybe after year 1 or 2. So I went to teach, and then I was my mom's friend's school anyway, but I still had to follow the normal processes. So it was the headmaster then that interviewed me, just asking me questions. But after graduation, my first job interview was quite funny. Because were so many, so they will just add like if the panel were at one end of the divide, then put it down. Then we also had like 15 or 10 of us at the other end. So they are asking this person a question. Maybe if this person cannot answer it, they go to the next person. And I was like, hey, I hope that they won't ask me. So and then they got to my point. They're like, oh, where are you from? Like, I'm from Ondo State, Silaje. So I mean, I'm interviewing for a medical position, like internship. They're asking me, so I think they asked 1 or 2 questions, and then they asked name 4 swimming styles that you know. In my head, in my brain, flip. And I'm like, sir?
I was shocked, like, my hair hot on, like, seriously?
So I think I mentioned one. I think I could remember butterfly style. And then I said, hey, just 10 years, just 10 years. Like, just 10 years. And they were like, okay, freestyle. Those are the only 2 answers. So that's what I know. And then I left. I'm like, what? These are my village people who follow. They followed me to this interview. So, but it was eventually successful. Maybe with the other questions I answered. But then they said 4. So I answered 2 out of 4. So yeah, that was it. But I cannot forget that experience.
Okay. So when was your first job?
Yeah, first job was, like I said earlier, I was teaching. It was a teaching job. Yeah.
Okay. Staying alone or having company, which do you prefer?
It depends on my mood. There are times that I want to be alone. I remember I was saying to my husband 2 days ago, can you leave the room, please? I need to wrap my head around something. So I can like to stay alone. But I think overall, I always enjoy being in company of people. So I enjoy it. But there are times that I want to process some things, or I just want some time alone. So it's neither here nor there. Then if the company is like a very interesting, good
So, what would you say your temperament is?
My temperament. I have a little bit of everything. Choleric, and then maybe flag. I don't know. I think at least I'm sure of that choleric part. Then a little bit of all the other ones, but I don't think I'm sanguine. I don't think so.
Okay. So, who was your first crush?
What? I wrote that question. First crush. First crush. Is it as a child or as an adult?
As a child and as an adult.
No, this is a setup. Why did I set myself up like this? First crush. I cannot even remember. But I think in primary school, I think they were boys that I like. Boys. Boys like fine boys, you know. So, yeah, I think, but then as an adult, I'm not going to mention. This is no name, but I had crushes. Crushes, imagine. Yeah.
Okay. Who is your all-time hero?
Oh my God, my all-time hero is my mom. Like the woman. I don't know. She all through my life, like growing up, my mom was working. So she has been a working mother. She drives. She's not one of those women that will say, my husband has to drive me. So she drives, she works, she does business. At the point, I'm like, Mommy, there's nothing you are not, it's just left for you to start selling human beings because you have sold like every, so she has a normal job, she still does side hustle, so sell clothes, sell food, sell like, what I mean by food is consumables. So she just sells soap, she just sells everything, and even till now that she has retired, she's still selling. Like I think I'm like her. She cannot sit in one place. If she comes here today, I'm sure after 2-3 weeks she's saying, I want to go. Yeah, she's like that. She's my hero. Mom.
Okay, for the last question, what's
Finally.
your approach to resolving conflict?
Okay, my approach to resolving conflict. Sometimes I want to sit down and process everything. So I think ultimately I want to talk. Like, sit down, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. I cannot keep something in my mind. It's just going to be boiling until I say it out. I may now say it out, or I might think I'm resolving conflict. It even scatters the whole thing. But either we will talk and resolve it. And so my approach is communication. Let's sit down and let's talk about it.
Alright, thank
Yeah,
you.
so 21 questions. I put myself on the hot seat and it was fun. So if you want me to maybe do another video, whatever it is you want me to talk about, go for it. In between, subscribe. Just subscribe. What they're not going to deduct your money or even your data. Just click on it. You know? Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.